very interesting to note here. If you see the meeting, the campaigning has actually begun. The poll meeting is on. You can see behind me Vincent Pala there, all his supporters, Congress party workers, all seated there. But interesting to note here that you will not see any chairs or any people. This is an open ground. Very few people you will see actually there in the meeting. But the trick idea here is that this particular meeting is being held very close to the local market. There you can see these women folk. They are actually maybe going back home from the local market, which is right there for our viewers to see. So the idea behind having this kind of a meeting is that people continue to do their whatever work they are doing. The shopkeepers there in the market, the buyers, they continue doing what they are doing. In the meanwhile, it is the loudspeaker that is actually helping the party people to spread their message, to reach out to the people. In fact, this is a market, the local market of Namdong on one side, and on the other side we have the residences of the villagers here. So the idea behind having this kind of a meeting is to not disturb the persons, daily whatever chores they are doing, whatever earning they are doing, their shops going on, some of them still at home. But the message that the politicians, the political leaders want to go out, want the people to hear, that is being done through the loudspeakers. That's an interesting idea here. In fact, Pooja, yesterday I saw at 𝗓𝗡𝗵𝗹, I was on a campaign trail with NPP candidate 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗔𝗬𝗔. There, in fact, the unique thing was that the whole, before the meeting started, all the villagers, they came together, they had some tea, they had some light lunch, all eating together, feasting together, and after that, the actual political meeting happened. So very interesting way of campaigning going on in this part of Meghalaya. Pooja.
Absolutely, Onitam. We can see some interesting things going on as Vincent Pala's campaigning can be seen by some people doing their day-to-day activities and coming and sitting around and just listening to Vincent Pala. Of course, who will have the last laugh in Shillong seat? That is the big question at this point in time, because both the leaders are very confident. So earlier you spoke to Vincent Pala. How was he? How confident he was, and what are the points that he mentioned while speaking to you?
Absolutely, Pooja. Of course, Vincent Pala trying for a fourth straight win this time. Absolutely confident. One thing that I have noticed while traveling with him since early morning, 8 o'clock today, till 12 o'clock just a while back, all the way from Shillong to Namdong, which is more than 100 kilometers, he is a man of very few words. He talks very less, but he exactly knows what he is doing. While we were driving from Shillong to Namdong, he stopped at many places. He went down from his car. He stepped down from his car, went and met people in their houses, in their, shops. Then he met a lot of people on the way along the roadside. He met them, he greeted them, asked them how they were, kind of connecting directly with his voters. That is one part of the story. They're answering your question. Obviously, he is very confident. He knows what he is doing. He said that he is as confident as ever. In fact, before we started our journey with him to Namdong, I also spoke to his wife. She too, absolutely equally confident. Both husband and wife, absolutely confident. His party workers rallying behind him, despite the fact that the Congress party, not just in Meghalaya, across the nation, in shambles, in tatters, but Vincent Pala's confidence stays strong. Pooja.
All right, Onitam, so after Namdong, 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗔𝗏𝗔, what is the future course of action for Vincent Pala? What are the other plans?
Yes. So, Pooja, after this particular meeting, he will be headed to interiors of Jowai. He has at least 2 more meetings lined up. Now, what happens actually is that these are really interior areas of Meghalaya. The travel time is really a lot. It takes minimum 1 hour to 3 to 4 hours to reach from one destination to the next. Thankfully, this part of Meghalaya has good roads, so thank God for that, because yesterday we had a very tough time, negotiating those bumpy roads of 𝗓𝗡. But here, after this, he has at least 2 more meetings lined up. And why just 2 to 3 meetings in a day all of these candidates are doing is because they are reaching out to people in the remote areas of the state, and traveling takes a lot of time. And on the way to reaching the meeting spot, they actually, like I mentioned, they actually meet and greet people. That also takes a lot of time for the candidates to reach their final destination of the proper meetings.